parts that you see on this mini Mark 12 build I picked up over at Rainier Arms. So make sure you guys check them out. And let's get straight into it, man. Let's get it. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tony D 2 Wild checking in once again back in the building today, guys, on 2 Wild Guns. And today, guys, we have my mini Mark 12. Now, this particular mini Mark 12 was inspired by Brandon Wombat from T-Rex Arms on the T-Rex Armory channel. And I saw his video and I wanted to create something very similar to that. And what we built here today is my version of my mini Mark 12. And what is a mini Mark 12? It's really whatever you want to make it. But in particular, when it came to Brandon's, it was a 300 blackout Mark 12 build, a lookalike of a Mark 12, but shrunken and chamber swapped to that of a 300 blackout. Now, I'm not unfamiliar with the Mark 12 as I've built one before, and this is mine that I still have not done a video on with you guys, but as you guys can see, look at the difference of the length. I mean, fully ran with a suppressor is still shorter than this. The Mark 12, though, is a special purpose rifle, a designated marksman rifle utilized in Afghanistan and Iraq by Special Forces, the Navy, the Rangers. Pretty much every elite marksman, elite soldier has utilized the Mark 12, right? It's the bridge in between that of a M4 and a M24 sniper rifle. It's stated as before, it's a sniper rifle that's semi-automatic. And there's probably much more to that you guys can, the comments can speak on it, but it's an iconic weapon that has been around for quite some time now. And it's medium range, but it definitely can reach out to some very far different distances, and it's very precise, a very nice precision rifle at best, and it can do some pretty nice damage at long ranges. And of course, you got the Mark 12 in the Mod O, the Mod 1. We went with the Mod O because I thought it was dope. I thought it looked dope. I thought it looked dope when I saw his rifle as well, and I wanted to kind of break down my initial thoughts and opinions on the build that we've built here today. We're going to do a follow-up when we hit 1,000 rounds. We're going to actually go get this sent in to second caliber to get spray painted and all that as well. But we built this all off of Rainier Arms parts, and I'm really happy with how it came out. Now, the Mark 12 is known to be a precision rifle, stated before, but 300 blackout, when you think of it, it's not so much as precision that comes to mind instantly. When you think of 300 blackout, you think of suppression or quiet, right? But it's definitely a caliber that's good at being suppressed, and it's fairly good for an effective range. I've heard 300 yards, still pretty good, but I never heard of people like talking about like MOAs or just precision when it comes to that round. You're typically going to be thinking of 6.5 Creedmoor, 308, or even 2.3. I wanted to make a 300 blackout rifle that could be precise and quiet. Like, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to see if we can make the two happen with the 300 blackout round. Guys, I also just revamped the website and brought in the build section. We did run the build section before, but I want to keep it revamped moving forward. So check out the link down below in the description and check out the mini Mark 12 build, as I just put that one on the website. And moving forward, I'll make sure to label those and continue that on. So if you have any particular questions about like this piece or what this is or what that is, I will give you a better description of that. My website does not have anything for sale on it, YouTube. It is just typically a blog site where I break down my reviews furthermore for my audience. So what we're running here though, tip to butt, I guess, we're running a Resilient suppressor. This is their Jolene, which is very dope. Resilient has some phenomenal suppressors. This one runs lovely on this bad boy right here. We'll be doing a full-on review on this, but it's running really nice on this particular setup. We got it though also with the chemo, so it's running that. We have a chemo muzzle device. Let me take that off so you can see it. So yeah, we have the chemo here, which is like a typical bird cage. We're running that with the Resilience, the Jolene, which is running very nice. Moving forward, and this might be funny because some of these parts are, I got a little cheap at the end, unfortunately. But I honestly, like, I'm not taking this to war, okay? So I just don't care. But with that said, the bipod here, right? I got an Atlas bipod. I got one right there. I could have thrown the Atlas on here to make it look good. Just for the video, I could have did it. I probably should have did it, you know, but I'm not gonna do it. Maybe I'll do it when I do the full-on in-depth review. With that said, this is a C-Live, whatever, the C-Live, the basic Bombada, you know, Crane clone or the Crane replica bipod. Running it on the field, running and going from running to standing to crouched and deploying it, I had no issue with it, okay? It does what it needs to do. I don't have any problem with it for the most part. And I was really running it more so upright and crouched than prone, but yeah, we're running a C Live on this bad boy. Sue me, okay? But when we do the full on review, if I gotta go get an Atlas to make you guys happy, I'll do so. Moving forward, we have a PR tube handguard. This is in their pistol configuration, their shortest configuration possible. I think they have a pistol, carbine, and then like a rifle. This is like the 7-incher. It's very short, gave me enough room. I probably should have went with the carbine because I think it would have been dope with the suppressor being tucked, because obviously I could have tucked this thing all the way in. It could have ran it in there. I kind of wish I probably would have went a little bit longer, but it's fine. I'm not mad. Rainier Arms flip-up sights. Now these are up. Unfortunately, we'll talk about this a little bit later. Maybe I might get this shaved down so that I can run it that way. But even just keeping them up, it doesn't cause an issue with my field of view or my aim. I can still see perfectly fine. This doesn't block it. But these are Rainier front sights, which are metal. I want to make sure I'm saying specific parts correct with that being said. So this is their iron sights, flip up back and front. So these are their irons, just to let you guys know. The barrel on here is a 8.5-inch match barrel. So that's where I wanted to see if we can really get some nice MOAs, testing it at least out starting at like 100 yards and see where we can get that at. I have not taken it to the 100-yard range. I just taken it to the range. But for the most part, we have some pretty good groupings, but we're gonna be doing that in a follow-up. We're gonna get this whole thing painted and everything, so you'll be seeing a nice follow-up on this bad boy in the near future very, very soon. We're running a typical pistol gas tube, but it's an adjustable one. It's a Rainier adjustable gas block, to be, my bad, to be particular. Typical pistol gas tube, Rainier Arms adjustable gas block, which we had to do a little bit of adjusting in the very beginning to get it to run. Now we got it to runs flawlessly. The barrel also, I spoke of 8.5-inch. It is a nitrate barrel, but it's a match barrel as well. The upper and lower is Rainier's Arms billet receiver, which has been fantastic, very, very solid. And it is, as you can see here and here, it is ambidextrous on the mag release and on the bolt release. The safety though, however, is not. It does have the little funny, what's it called, a pictogram, you know, if you want to see it, but it ain't full. It's semi YouTube. It's semi. The parts kit we're running on here is Arms Republic parts kit. Pretty typical and standard mil spec. Nothing like crazy and out of the ordinary. We have the BCM gunfighter on there, which I really like. This is my first time utilizing this stock, but I do like it a lot. The Bravo Company gunfighter. We got a mil spec GI carbine buffer and buffer spring, and typical, the tube itself, 6 position. And as I stated before, Ford's control design chemo mount is also stated. And then also we have an ambi on the what they call is the avalanche charging handle. So really nice. You have that ambi there. It kind of has like a little bit of like wiggle room, so you can grab it from any direction and you can run it there, man. I love this thing, man. It's extremely light. This is, of course, as you can see, an SPR, but extremely light, and it just feels great. Straight on right here, it just locks in. I'm ready to go. Running it suppressed, as you can see, there's little to no recoil, and even with the suppressor, the Jolene, it keeps everything extremely balanced. It's literally just it's nothing. Like right here, I'm just doing that. Like as soon as I get in there, the setup of the optic, everything is in line. Also, yeah, my bad. The optic, we went a little basic with the optic. We might, you know, down the road change it out. Like I stated before, this is all like a progress and a process of a project. That's a lot of words. But we're running a Strike Eagle op mod. This is an Optics Planning exclusive, and this is like in their tan. We're running the Aero mount. And this overall bridge was something I just found, like, bro, I was shopping for a Picatinny riser bridge mount that could give me a little bit more. I just wanted that look. What Brandon was utilizing was a swan sleeve, which I'm still looking for. And maybe I'll grab one a little bit more because I definitely wanted that swan sleeve. I might have to wait, or I might just trim this down so that I can overall just flip it. I need to trim it like a little bit. I don't know yet. It's held 0, which is the best part about it. But I like this option, how it is right now, because if something were to happen, if the glass was to break, once again, we're not utilizing this in the field, but if it was, right, you could easily just, they're pretty tight down, but with the right tool, you can untwist these and take this whole entire part off instead of having to worry about this. You can take this whole entire thing off and then run your irons, because we do have our back irons here. So it's still a capable rifle if something were to happen with the optics. I like that type of backup always, plan B. But man, this thing is fun, bro. I have a Rattler. I'm trying to think what else 300 Blackout got. This might be a Rattler, and then I think this is it, bro. I don't have any other shorter rifles than 300 Blackout at least. I got 5.56 like a Galil, but this thing is just fun. I might have to pull the Rattler out and compare the Rattler to this to see if this is smoother, because of course this has a buffer tube, whereas the Rattler doesn't. So it's a little, it just seems like it might be, it has a little bit more kick personally. But this thing, as you can see with the springs of fire we were doing, it was just flawless victory. But we're gonna take this in, we're going to get a paint job done and bring her back out and really do a follow-up for you guys and girls down the road. I want to give a shout out to Brandon, though. I don't think he's gonna see it, but if he does, salutes, man. You definitely inspired me to build this. Like, once I saw it, man, I was like, I gotta make something like this. This thing looks badass, and it looks badass, and yours is cost probably a little bit more for the parts, but I'm happy with even with this one right now. Just in all honesty, this thing is bad as hell. So stay tuned on that, guys. I wanted to share this with y'all. I like this one. Y'all been asking for it, and stay tuned because it's coming soon. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm out. Peace.